Hey guys, welcome back to Human Condition. This video is another video in our psychology series. This video is what is potential selves theory. This should be a pretty interesting one. Potential selves theory is a cool theory that I heard about recently, and it suggests it's kind of like social comparison and self-discrepancy theory, and it suggests there's three main topics we'll talk about: the hoped for self, the feared self, and the expected self. Starting off the hoped for self, this is kind of like the ideal self in self-discrepancy theory. And basically, the hoped for self is where you want to be in life, to be a better version of yourself. So this is where you want to go in life. This is your goals, your aspirations, the best version of you. So this leads to motivation because everyone wants to be a better version of themselves every day and try to improve. So your hoped for self is the ideal version, whether that be healthy diet, a job promotion, a new relationship, whatever that may be for you. That is your hoped for self. Your feared self, this is a new concept the other ones didn't talk about, is things that the person you don't necessarily want to be. Not that you're judging other people per se, but just you might look at someone like a downward comparison and be like, not judging them, but like, I wouldn't want to be in that situation in my life. That's a real shame. That is feared self, the type of person, the situation that someone's in that you wouldn't want to be in. Or maybe like a slight personality trait that you don't jive with. You're like, I hope I don't develop that type of personality trait. That would be a feared self. The type of version of yourself you wouldn't want to be. The type of person that you still might like but don't want to be like, potentially. That suggests that people are highly motivated by their potential, their hoped for self, and their feared self. Feared self makes us be avoidant and try to avoid different behaviors that would be associated with that negative situation, or a negative trait that you don't want to have. That would be feared self. Hoped for self would be more proactive and action oriented to get in that relationship, that have a healthy diet, and just to be the best version of yourself. That would be hoped for self. And this can actually manifest to different people as well. For example, your hoped for self could actually be a person, because you might see a person that has those traits that you want to have. Sort of like upward comparison theory, or social comparison theory, upward comparison. Sadly, not that you're judging this person, but you might see someone that has that situation. You're like, I really don't want to be in that situation. But it might create empathy. You're like, let me not get in that situation and let me help that other person out of that situation, which is good, obviously. Empathy. Then there's the expected self. This is the third topic of this video, and this is where you think you should be, kind of like the alt self in our last video, self-discrepancy theory. This is where you should be in life, and if you're not up to your expected self or alt self, you might have self-contempt, angry at yourself, and self-blame. But I believe, like I talked about in my last video, a little bit of self-anger is good because it motivates you to be a better person. You got to be angry at yourself to be the best version of yourself you can be. To improve yourself, you have to be annoyed by yourself. If you're not ever annoyed by yourself, you'll never try to improve. Yeah, in conclusion, what is potential selves and what is your potential? Potential selves basically suggest that every person has a hoped for self and expected self and a feared self. The hoped for self is the best version that you could possibly be, and you might look up to, these might be the people you make upward comparisons to, like who you would like to be like. And this is probably like charismatic, funny, intelligent, the kind. Those are all hoped for selves. Feared self would be like situations you don't want to be in, like financial debt, maybe for some people unhealthy, not all people, it's whatever, financial debt, unhealthy, sad. No one wants to be sad. So that would be feared selves, or situations you don't want to be in, or certain personality characteristics that you don't want to have, that you actively try to avoid. And then your expected self, this is where you hope to be and you feel like you should already be. And if you're not living up to your expected self, you might have a little bit of self-anger, and guilt. But that's okay, because a little bit of this I think is good, because this helps you be a better person and motivates you to take action, to change, to be the best version you can be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.